Hello ladies and gentlemen and everyone beyond, I am BabyNoobCakes and this is Twitch Prime Free Game Reviews, and in this episode we're going to be taking a look at one of the June 2020 free games, Observer. I know I'm a little late and we're already into July, but hey, I really wanted to talk about this one. This game was made by the comically named Bloober team from Poland, who are probably best known for one of their other horror games, Layers of Fear, and for the more recently released Blair Witch. They have a pretty decent track record for horror games. But now, let's attempt to answer the question, as one of the free games of the month, was it worth it? Narrative.
KPD, I need to talk to you. KPD? Anyone in there? KPD, I need to talk to you.
What do you want?
Got a minute, sir? KPD.
Oh God, they're here! The cleaners are here!
You are Daniel Lazarski, a police officer for the Krakow Police Department, but more specifically, you are an observer, which is a cybernetically enhanced human being who has an additional modification that most other cybered up people don't have, a neural interface. You can jack directly into another human being's augmentations and see directly into their thoughts and memories. You can see how this would be advantageous to a detective. At the start of the game, you're sitting in your car waiting for a call from headquarters. However, they don't really have any work for you at the moment. Your call then gets intercepted, and you find yourself talking to your son, whose whereabouts you haven't known for a long time. You trace his call to an apartment building in the slums and head there as quick as you can. When you arrive, you find yourself in a rat's nest of substandard living, broken building codes, and terrified shut-ins. You make your way to the room your son rented and find a decapitated body, which even your scanners can't identify. And at the same time, coincidentally, the entire area goes into full lockdown, locking you inside the building. The lockdown is in response to the fear of the nanophage, a destructive glitch in the nanomachines that inhabit the bodies of most of the people of this time period, and it is extremely fatal. From here, your investigation leads you all over the building.
What is it?
What's up with the lockdown? Is it the phage? Was there an outbreak?
Too early to tell. I'm looking into it right now.
Questioning the citizens who live here, calming their fears about an outbreak, and delving deeper into the secrets contained within this hellhole of a place. All the while still trying to find your son, and hoping with all your heart that headless body wasn't his. You struggle against the twisting corridors and locked doors of this strange building. Unhelpful, xenophobic residents.
Wait, I did hear something. Quiet footsteps, deliberate, heavy breathing, angry, not hiding, hunting.
And also your own continually deteriorating mental stability caused by your brain-jacking implants. Mechanics. Observer is a horror mystery detective game. It effectively functions as a first-person 3D point-and-click adventure. To aid in your investigation, you have two different vision enhancements. The first scans for biological material like blood and hair, while the second vision mode scans for electronic devices.
Bingo.
You need to use both to gather clues and get closer to the truth that hides in the shadows. Like I said, this game is basically just a point-and-click adventure, so most of what you're going to be doing is just interacting with the environment, with a few dialogue trees with the people you talk to in order to progress through the story. That said, there is one other mechanic, your sanity. Or maybe it's more your consciousness? Whichever it is, it's tied directly into your cybernetics. As your stress levels rise from seeing horrific things or things that you just can't explain, Or, when exploring the minds of people with your observer abilities, your vision starts to blur heavily, but it's actually more like it pixelates, as if your cybernetics and your sanity are both failing at the same time. In order to return yourself to normal, you'll have to use some of the drug you carry with you, called synchrosine, in order to restore your sight to normal. Art style. This game looks really nice and has a very realistic styling to it. The cybernetically enhanced world is full of holographic overlays that create a very interesting juxtaposition between the rundown old brick building full of trash and dirt and the fancy augmented reality that attempts to hide the shoddy world around it. The rest of the suffocatingly oppressive metropolitan world hovers over your head, as you are sharply aware that you are trudging through the dirt and grime of civilization. The glitches and disjointedness that signifies you are in another person's memories are all masterfully implemented to sell that feeling of hacking into someone else's brain. Sound.
Rock fucking bottom.
The sound design matches your surroundings so well and sets the stage in such an overbearingly oppressive way that it pulls you into this world and holds you there and never lets go. The creaks and groans of this old apartment building will keep you on your toes, and it will send you running for cover even when nothing is actually happening to you. And the voice acting from the main character, as voiced by the legendary Rutger Hauer, fits the personality of the detective so perfectly.
Needs to get out. You again. Not a good idea to sneak up on me, you know. Need to get out. Police business.
And the
I know
other
what I'm
residents of the apartment building are voiced so masterfully that they will have you squirming in your seat from how creepy they are and how uncannily close the reality they live in is to our own.
Oh, good. It's just that it feels weird to just sit here, alone, with my thoughts. You know, can you talk to me some more? It makes it kind of easier.
You been living here long?
Oh, well, it must have been at least 7 or 8 years.
Ever had a lockdown before?
Replayability. Observer will last you about 7 to 8.5 hours to get through the main storyline. And while there are a few extra secrets to find, there isn't a whole lot outside of the main story. Personally, I would suggest that you do check every nook and cranny of this game though, since there are a lot of optional dialogues with residents of the building that you don't necessarily need to talk to finish the game, but they add so much to the creepiness factor and are all fascinating, if not terrifying.
Hello? Anyone in there?
Yes?
I'm with the KPD. Need to ask you some questions.
Oh, and who's your friend?
Friend? It's just me, ma'am.
Oh, I have to go now.
Alrighty.
My opinion. This game was awesome. I hated almost every minute of it. And you might be asking yourself right now, wait, what? This game sent chills up my spine and kept me afraid of every turn I took through this impossible slum. I was so unsettled that there were so many times I thought to myself, maybe I just don't go around this corner. Maybe I just curl up in a ball and wait for this all to blow over. The entire place is a maze, and I got lost quite often. The people you talk to are at best assholes, and at worst eerie, and have way too much knowledge about you and what you're doing, or they give you strange prophecies about what's about to happen to you.
Dan Lazarski, KPD. Is anyone in there?
No, there's no one here.
Did I not hear a pretty little girl just now? You okay? Your parents not home?
No, just me.
So you're all alone in there?
Yes. Well, not really. I'm playing with Pieta.
Your little sister?
No, she's my friend, silly.
From school?
No, she's a special friend. Only I can see her.
Ah, that kind of friend. I had an invisible friend too when I was your age. Called him Tom.
Pieta thinks you're full of shit.
What's your name?
Paulina? And you're Dan.
That's right. How old are you, Paulina?
34. 9, you silly.
Are you upset? Will you be all right?
I'm scared. The lights went out.
It's just a power outage. The building's not feeling well.
No! Something is happening. I feel weird.
Paulina,
Stop it! I can't. It won't let me out.
what's going on in there?
1074. 1074.
Not only were these people chillingly creepy, but this type of cybernetically enhanced future setting is one of my favorites. I love playing Shadowrun, I can't wait for Cyberpunk 2077, and this game just reminds me so much of that. 4th edition Shadowrun, in case you're wondering, not that new stuff, it looks terrible. Anyway, this game does horror right. It isn't just a series of jump scares that are supposed to, quote-unquote, frighten you. Admittedly, there are a few jump scares, but they know when to use them. It is a terrifying, unsettling environment where you can't trust what you see, what you hear, and you can't even trust the inner monologue of your character. It gets under your skin in the best way possible and stays there through the whole experience. Was it worth it? I think based on the previous section, you might already know where I stand on this one. But let's still look at all the factors. The game retails for about $30 right now, and was the most expensive one we got from Twitch Prime in June, which is a good thing. It's only a few years old, originally released in mid-2017 for multiple platforms. It is surprisingly easy to run and pretty well optimized for almost any gaming PC. As you can see from the system requirements on screen now, while maybe not everyone can get away with ultra settings, it's still highly accessible. And as far as horror games go, it's definitely the scariest I've personally played in recent memory. And yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it, alright? It's worth it! Play this game. You will not be disappointed. If you like to get scared, pick this one up right now. Or hopefully you picked it up for free last month. If you were a fan of Layers of Fear, Alien Isolation, Amnesia, or even PT, you're going to love this game.
Amir, do you remember the name?
Observer is the whole package. Unsettling location, creepy people, questioning my own character's sanity. This is everything I want in a horror game. But maybe that's for you to decide. Whether you agree or disagree with my judgment, get at me in the comments. Let me know what you think, and let's discuss if this month's games were worth it or not. Also, don't forget to go onto the Twitch app and download your free games every month, because hey, they're free, and sometimes you will end up with a few gems.
podczas procesu słyszenia rośliny następuje częściowo.
Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please like, comment, and subscribe, because I take a look at the free Twitch Prime games every month. But for now, I'll catch you later.